We have roped in child rights activist Joan van Niekerk to weigh in on this incident. Joan, thank you so much for joining us today. Good afternoon. So another shocking incident of a young life cut short, allegedly as a result of bullying by teachers at school. Surely we need to be way ahead as a country and society on this matter of ill treatment of pupils at schools, be it by teachers or other students, that seemingly no one has a formula on how to address. Your thoughts, please.
Yes, I think this is a real tragedy, especially as this child was in grade 12. It's a very, very stressful year, and the stresses of being in your matric year should be recognized by educators, and there should be a lot of support given to children in this grade. But apart from that, we have many reports of children being bullied at school, sometimes in communities and even in the home. And also by educators who sometimes will speak to children in a way that is not supportive and perhaps even call them names or call them stupid or whatever. We need to make sure that every school has an anti-bullying policy and that everyone in the school, including the educators, including the children, including the governing body, everybody in the school signs up to that anti-bullying policy, that it's translated into vernacular languages to ensure that nobody can say, well, I didn't understand. I think when we do this and involve children and educators in developing that kind of policy, there's a sense of ownership of the policy, which in itself can reduce bullying. Mm-hmm. We also need to have recourse within the school for children to have someone to talk to if they believe they are being bullied in the classroom or by other learners in the schoolyard on their way to and from school. Sometimes children unwittingly can be very cruel to other children without realizing the impact of teasing and so on. Mm-hmm. The other thing that we should mention with regard to bullying is online bullying, which we are now seeing multiple reports of. Mm-hmm. And again, the bullying policy should extend to online bullying because many children in the school environment have access to cell phones or will share things. Even if one child has a cell phone amongst 10 children, they will share things that are sometimes bullying messages.
Absolutely,
so
Joan.
A very, very concerning
Absolutely, Joan. I mean, we saw recently there were incidences reported about certain schools that have certain WhatsApp groups that could be, of course, bullying other children or perpetuating acts of racism amongst those groups. So just on that point of yours of anti-bullying policies, Joan, I mean, we understand that at this stage, the teachers are still at that particular school pending, of course, an investigation by the department and the police at this stage. So do you think that the department in itself is doing enough to ensure the enforcement of those school policies when it comes to the well-being and general safety of learners at schools? And also, what then should be the responsibility of both parents or guardians when the child is at home? How do we tackle these issues and how to deal with bullying at home? Are parents even well informed about how to give support?
I think that parents are not well informed, and I don't think schools are necessarily well informed either. I have had reports from parents who say, my child was being bullied at school. I went to the school and they said, no, I mustn't take it so seriously. Or in another instance, well, the parents of the child who is bullying a child are in actual fact influential within the school. They support certain events at the school, or they make donations or whatever. And so my report is not handled in a serious way. I really do believe that it's helpful for every learner to have Childline's helpline number 116 and know that they can actually phone this number toll-free from any phone. It can be a fixed line phone, it can be a cell phone. And they also have an online counseling opportunity for children as well. So that when children feel nobody in the school, nobody in my classroom, no educator is taking my needs seriously, they can speak to a counselor outside of the school environment and the matter be dealt with independently. One of the things we do sometimes see is that people protect each other. Children protect each other, adults protect each other. And so we need to give children the opportunity to talk to someone outside of that kind of situation and have an independent person either investigate or listen or advise the child.
Absolutely, Joan. The call for those independent counsellors at schools to be stationed at schools to deal specifically with these matters is quite an urgent one. Unfortunately, we are out of time, Joan. Thank you so much for your valuable input this afternoon. Joan van Niekerk, the child rights activist on bullying incidents on the rise at our schools.